The other week, I went to a pizza restaurant. From the second I walked in the door to getting a ticket, to waiting in line, to being able to order, to waiting for the order to be prepared, to getting the pizza in my hand and taking a bite, it was over 2 hours from start to finish. And in an alternate universe, I, drove 8 minutes to the supermarket down the way, went to the frozen pizza aisle section, grabbed one, went to the self-checkout, went home, turned the oven on, had the pizza 10 minutes after that. Completely different experiences, and pizza in both cases, but obviously different. And here's why. The cost trade-off of getting a frozen pizza, well, it's way more efficient, way more accessible, much faster at the cost of quality. Whereas the other week, when I waited over 2 hours to take a single bite of pizza, I was sacrificing a lot of time. I was really hungry. But in a way, it was worth it because the quality was, I guess to some degree, it met my expectations for what waiting 2 hours for a piece of pizza should be like. It was pretty good. The way I think the world is changing as far as how humans interact with information and with technology and with skills that can be learned, practiced, and developed, it's similar to this pizza analogy. The world has changed a lot over the past few years with AI being a thing, and it's a complete paradigm shift where prior to the accessibility of me being able to go open up, for example, ChatGPT, and being able to type in and ask it to write me a story or draft me an email or create a list of study points for some topic that I'm studying. Prior to that, there was a whole lot of manual, potentially laborious effort needed in order to gain the skills or acquire the knowledge necessary to do those certain tasks. And I think in the same way where today, or rather a few weeks ago, I sat in line and waited a few hours, which was by far, from an efficiency standpoint, by far inferior to me going to the supermarket to pick up a frozen pizza, far inferior as far as time and efficiency's sake. The reason I did this, the reason I waited over 2 hours, was because I just simply valued quality. I valued higher quality. And so in the way where what AI is doing as far as things in the world and content and skills and all of these, outputs essentially, I think what we will see is, yes, the ease of use, the accessibility, the efficiency of creating and of generating things. Yes, we'll see that, but at the same time, I think we will see as well a higher emphasis or a higher, my theory is that we'll assign a higher value to those things that aren't created by AI. We will assign more weight to the things that required humans to actually go out and build a skill for. I think things like a human's ability to speak, to tell stories, to think creatively, to all of these things that historically humans have been creating and crafting, essentially all of the arts. I think those things, I think going out at night to view the stars, yes, it'll be cool to open up my phone and to point it at the sky and to see all the constellations, but I think it will be far more impressive to see somebody walk out at night, no phone, and point me directly towards all the constellations in the sky. So, all of these thoughts to say, I think that the world is continuing to unfold. AI is continuing to develop. I think these ancient or primal, I don't know exactly what the right language is here, but the skills that historically humans have spent, maybe dedicated their entire lives to developing, I think that we're going to see a lot more value placed on these things that humans had to really labor over and invest a good portion of time and effort into developing, rather than the things that are simply accessible to us. What do you think?